Coming to you live here in Yulin by the Guangxi district in southern China. We are here with day 2 of our qualifiers for DreamHack Masters Fall. Of course, the first day of DreamHack Masters Fall China. I'm, of course, host Yaku of the Zaku, and with me today is my little friend, little Ducky. Do quite enjoy having him around. But also El del Blazor que escucha a Wizard Light _ VIP. How we doing, Light?
What's up, Yaku? We are here. We are back.
You're
and
muted.
for the what?
Discord.
What's up, Yaku? We are here. We are here for the first time, mate, with cams. Look at that. Made it happen.
Look at that. We actually got a background now. We're actually able to make it look somewhat neat and tidy.
Yeah. We have a couple of Easter eggs hidden out there, not just myself, but also Yaku over on his end of things. But yeah, it's great to finally be back here with the very first qualifier for China. I apologize, everyone, for the delayed start. It did take a while to get into this, but what we have is a pretty interesting series with a player that we did cast last season.
That we did, and he's still as confusing as ever with his names.
It's very confusing, mate. Oh my god!
And look at his portrait. For a sec.
That's what happened last time. Except I think last time he had like a classic portrait. Oh my god!
This guy. He likes all of them Protoss players, but there's only one Zero player on his mind.
There is. Who is that on the left? Who is that?
On the left?
Yeah.
Oh, Starlight portrait?
Yeah.
That's time.
That does not look like time.
It doesn't, but it is what it is.
God damn it. But here we go. Finally, we are loading into the very first series of this qualifier, mate.
Indeed, we are kicking things off here on Jaganatha. KBBLE, we're in the top right-hand corner map, spawning all the way to the top right-hand corner. We have the red Protoss player coming down for the land of China. He is going to be representing clan Starlight, I believe so. He is living up to that name, Starlight.
And spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of Jaganatha LE, we have the Protoss player. He goes by many names. Some know him as Jaedong, others as Oz, others as Hero, but he is... I just realized I said his name. Others know him as S, but he is Jaedong Oz. Maybe.
Potentially. I mean, next season he might come back as Zest Hero.
It's true. Hero is back. Maybe that's why he switched his portrait. Maybe.
That would make sense. Hero Classic. I like that idea. The two returning big name Protoss players.
Yeah, exactly. Oh boy. So yeah, again, everyone, exclamation mark B in the chat if you want to have a look at the bracket. The bracket is pretty large, to be honest, and there were some pretty interesting names there. Some players that we're pretty familiar with, and others that you pointed out, and I was like, oh my god, mate, Jim is back.
Yeah, apparently. Not Jim Rising, mind you, but the actual Jim, the dominant foreign Protoss player back in the days of 2015 and whatnot. He's here.
Yeah, I assume it's him. We're not 100% sure.
It could be a Jaedong Oz situation.
It could be a Jaedong Oz situation where he's a fan of Invictus Gaming Gym, so he just like threw his name on there.
No. He's a fan of Invictus Gaming, but also Jim Rising.
That's exactly what it is. Oh god. So that's probably what it is, to be honest. You know, it's not the real Jim confirmed, so we'll see what happens there. Oh god.
Well, at least he plays Protoss, so that's a pretty good indication to start things off with. Speaking of good indications, double Stalker in the PvP.
Yeah, exactly. You know, we are getting into this PvP. So far, we do see that... Oh, this is going to be annoying. Jaedong Oz is being the aggressor here, just focusing on nothing but Stalkers. Meanwhile, Starlight did open up a little bit more safer and defensively with that Sentry. With this, obviously, he can force field, but more importantly, he can scout with that hallucination.
And it's going to be absolutely key here, especially in PvP, where I don't know how many PvPs were won just purely on the back of being able to nice scouting and getting a bit of a cheeky tech option.
Oh my god. Do you see what I see?
Tech?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he started a Twilight Council. That's why there's like the wreckage there on the ground, because he cancelled the Twilight Council and then started a robo.
Do you think he wanted to bamboozle Jaedong Oz, or was that just a mistake?
I think he just was a little bit indecisive and he wants to go for that more aggressive play. Obviously, with this earlier robo, you can get a much faster War Prism and just send it across the map. Sure, you don't have Blink Stalkers, but that doesn't matter because ideally your opponent is too busy taking up and probing up and you have the numbers advantage. That's what I assume anyway. He could do something crazy and start like Immortal production.
Robo Bay. Robo Bay.
we are in the Chinese server, mate. I mean, anything's possible. Oh, he's starting an Immortal.
Pretty much. He is, and he's going for a Forge. This is an insanely quick Stalker Immortal push with a Blink.
Yeah. So obviously his army is going to be less mobile, but it's going to be a little bit thicker, right? It's going to be a little bit chunkier. Meanwhile, ooh, the wall was not a wall. You just get in.
And they get a beautiful scout on everything. They see the Robo Base building. They see the Forge producing, and Starlight just gives up. I was banking on the element of surprise, but I don't have that anymore. Why don't you take game number 1 as a returning present hero? Gee.
GG, wow. What? I mean, 2 Adepts getting into your main base, it is pretty devastating, and you do take a lot of damage, and it's a mirror matchup, so you know it's even tougher. At the same time, what an end to that game.
What a timing, yeah. We were so hyped.
I wanted to see the push.
We were so hyped. Yeah. That is not something you see often nowadays in PvP, especially. Man, Ultimate Hype Killer 2021.
All right, Jesus Christ. So that was honestly a very quick game 1. We're going to be diving straight into game number 2 once it becomes available, but yeah, there's not much to glean there because really what happened was
because not much happened.
Yeah, the wall wasn't a wall. GG. That's it. That's it.
Yeah, unfortunately spent his Sentry energy earlier on a hallucination. Actually, I'm catching up on stream right now. The Sentry also got sniped, so... Yeah,
I got sniped in the beginning as well. Yeah, so he couldn't force field the ramp if he wanted to, and... that was just...
We'll take it as a warm-up game. Why not?
I hope so. I
want... hopefully Starlight does.
I want to like sink my teeth into this, you know, like I want to get into a series. I don't want this to end prematurely, right? But so far that's what it's looking like. As it looks like the lobby has been made, we're just waiting. There we go. Oh, beautiful. Look at that. We're getting in, mate.
Oh, that game hard. Wait, can I join for you? I can, yeah. Life hacks of not knowing any Mandarin. That's not players on your friends list.
Yeah, just press buttons, man. That's what I do. Just press buttons.
Press buttons, see what happens. What could go wrong? As we do in forward plays. We are ready. We are going to be sinking our teeth into game number 2 of this PvP. Hopefully, it doesn't go by as quickly, but I kind of want Jaedong Oz to reciprocate Starlight now.
What do you mean by that? What do you want him to do? Fast robo?
Exactly. Proxy Robo!
Did he even see the Robo by the time the game ended? Like, does he even know?
His Adepts got in, but that was about it.
Yeah. Oh my god. Alright, here we go. Game 2, mate. We're on Lightshade.
Indeed, we are, as we continue our series on that map being Lightshade. I'm getting thrown off a little bit because of the fonts and UI and the Chinese client, but we are continuing our series on Lightshade LE. We're in the bottom right-hand corner map, spawning all the way in the bottom right-hand corner. We have the red Protoss player coming out for the land of China. He is going to be representing Clan Starlight. I believe that's so, to my knowledge, or SLT, something along those lines. But also time, he is Starlight.
And spawning in the top left-hand corner of Lightshade LE, there are people asking in the chat, is this Zest? No. Some know him as Zest, some know him as Hero, but this is JoliwaLoves. It's not J-Dong either. It's
yeah, or Oz.
Or Oz.
He's both of them.
Exactly.
Child.
Think along the lines of, for example, DRG Ling kind of named himself after DRG because he was a fan. Likewise, I imagine this guy is a fan of J-Dong. It was pretty confusing last season, and also us.
Oh wait, no, but see, Oz was a Protoss player way back in the day, but at the same time, in Brood War, J-Dong was part of Team Hwasong Oz.
Yeah, that's what Kuro said last time, how it could just be just a straight up just J-Dong fan, because he was on Hwasong Oz. Or he's an Oz fan, I don't know. we don't know.
Maybe just thought J-Dong sounded cool.
Yeah, oh god. But something else, especially if there are some fans or some more knowledgeable Chinese fans in the chat, let us know, what team is SLT? Is it actually Starlight? From what I recall, it's a relatively new clan, and both these players are members of it.
Yeah, I saw SLT Starlight, and my brain automatically thought it was spelled STL instead. And I thought, oh, that makes sense, because then it's clan Starlight. Nope.
It didn't make sense at all, because your brain was just jumbling stuff up, mate. I don't know what you're on about. Oh, God. I mean, he's doing it again, by the way.
Yeah, hopefully he's able to conceal it better this time. I, for one, am glad to see this. Just because, again, we don't see this too often in PvP. Stalker Immortal is nowhere near as common as a unit composition as it once was. I think Disruptor Stalker has really taken its place. And we certainly don't see early +1 Stalker Immortal pushes. Ever.
Yeah, like, we'll see how good it works, right? Like, there's a reason why we don't see it too often. Like, it is less maneuverable, right? It takes a long while to get going. Absolutely. If you get scattered early on, then your opponent can respond in kind, and then you're a little bit behind if your push doesn't work. So we'll see what he does decide to do with this. Oh, I love this a little bit more. Goes for the War Prism instead of the Immortal.
Yeah, you were theorizing this hypothetical earlier on in game number 1, where he goes across the map with his War Prism and uses that to elevate his Stalkers, or even just micro them as well as he can. And eventually just try to overwhelm his opponent, who is going to be teching up and making probes. Starlight doing exactly what we suggested.
Yeah, which is great. Fun fact, because he was paranoid, he actually walled off completely. He's like, no, not this time, mate. You're not doing me dirty like that. And now, what he's going to be doing is that he's going to be hitting like a weird, like awkward timing where he hits with upgradeless Stalkers, again, hoping that his opponent is a little bit more teched up, especially because, I said JoliwaLoves, J-Dong Oz did invest in that natural base, right? This is essentially a one base all in.
Very much so is, but that base has finished up, and so has a shield battery much earlier on. Battery overcharge is going to be available if he needs them. There are enough Stalkers to one-shot these, but just not enough when they're in the War Prism.
Oh god, exactly, but it looks like the shield battery will go down, so Starlight, honestly, like, he's making some moves happen. He's breaking through the natural base, gonna be able to at least take it down. Meanwhile, J-Dong Oz, he has given up the natural, he wants to hold in his main.
But I'm not too convinced he's able to do it. He has sent an Oracle across the map, and that's going to be very annoying for Starlight here. This Void Ray getting in a lot of work as Starlight's probes fall across the map. The War Prism static! The War Prism static! It's siege up!
Oh god, it is. The Void Ray's trying to focus it down, but the Void Ray instead gets focused, but it does not go down.
That it does not. The shield battery goes up as well. Things were looking absolutely dire for our blue Protoss player, but in the end, J-Dong Oz holds beautifully. Very cleanly executed both times. Well, from the side of J-Dong Oz in particular.
Yeah.
We should say.
Exactly. GG, well played. Something that was happening, which I didn't pan the camera over to, is that as JoliwaLoves was defending, his Oracle got into the main base and killed everything in the main of Starlight. So he was ultra all in there. He had to end the game then and there. And honestly, he was fighting well. He was doing well, but he just barely couldn't break his opponent.
Yeah. There were a couple of very good moments. He had a lot of stalkers. Maybe if he was able to target fire the Void Ray a little bit quicker, would have helped out. But that was some very competent control and position coming out from the side of J-Dong Oz as well. And man, that Oracle at the start, as you said, absolutely invaluable. Starlight planned to go an all-in somewhere along this level. That Oracle took it to an ultra all-in, as you say. I'm loving this now that we have cameras, by the way. I can actually use visual cues.
Yeah, you can see when I'm kind of busy typing and stuff. I mean, I guess you could have heard it anyway, but it's something new that we have to get used to. Again, it's something that we decided to start here for DreamHack, and hopefully if things go well, maybe we can stick with this, right? We can always have cams running and stuff like that, if you don't mind,
Maybe not for things like Grandplepus Open or Sea Duckling Opens and whatnot, because that's when I just no pantsing it.
We can't see your pants.
Oh, I gotta take them off now.
That's not what I meant. Oh no.
That is how we get striked by Twitch.
Yep, that's how we oh god. Jesus Christ. But we are going to be getting set up for our next series. Ideally, we do follow J-Dong Oz into his next match. Again, he is lined up to face another player called Enchant.